Harley Quinn.
Hello, E-Monkeyians, it's E-Monk here, and today we are going over how I made Harley Quinn's bat from Injustice 2. This is real simple, real easy. All you need is a bat and the template that I provide for you down in the description below on my official Facebook page. Now you print out that template. Yes, it's very small, but it depends on the bat, but really it needs to be small, and I used an X-Acto knife to cut it out. You can use scissors if you want. I was just trying to make sure that I got the exact diamond shape because, believe it or not, diamonds seem to be very, very hard for me, even though I have to do them all the time. But that's what I had to do. So I peeled it off. You do about 3 cuts a piece. That seems to help cut through the paper. And if you do mess up like I did here, I just retaped them back on there as best as I could. So, like I said, even I make mistakes, and that's okay. But that's what you do here, and then you peel it off. The bat, I got it from Dick's, but I've been finding them at yard sales here recently, so that's one little tip to help you. And then go ahead and use the painter's tape that you already use and go ahead and stick it on your bat. And you want to stick it about 4 inches down, about anywhere from 2 to 4 inches really, and make sure that it's spaced down enough, that way you can even out the diamond. See? I think I did about 5 or 6 actually. I'm not sure. I didn't measure. I eyeballed it. Then I mixed some red metallic and red cardinal red from Folk Art and mixed it together and used a sponge to apply it, just like I did with my Suicide Squad bat. It's the same exact concept, and you just go over it like that. It's pretty simple as far as the painting goes. And then once you peel it off, you can touch it up with a paintbrush. I did a little bit to help with the edges, so to define it a little bit more, that way I could get in the creases, and that's what it should look like. Nice and pretty. Now use a Sharpie to define the edges. This will help make it pop a lot more and make it look more grungy and make it actually look like it's engraved into the bat by the time we're finished with this. Because that's what you're shooting for, is for it to be engraved looking. Then, once you're finished with that, we are actually going to start cutting the bat with the X-Acto knife. And I just did some random slashes here and there. I copied her picture too, but I also added more. And the sanding that you see was just from the logos. I just sanded those off. It's not that big of a deal before I painted. So, see? That's what I did. And I'll show you exactly where I cut it in case any of y'all need to see it. But see, it's just random cut marks. You know, just chaos, like Harley. And now here comes the best effect when it comes to this. You are actually going to get some water and some black paint and mix it together. Less paint, more water, and you're going to create this backwash effect. This will help it look all grungy and weathered. And get a paper towel and try to wipe it as fast as possible. You can let it dry a little bit, but not too much. And you just want to put it all over the bat, the way it looks nasty and like it's been through hell and back, quite literally. Part of my language, but that's basically what you want it to look like. And I used the paper towel to rub it in really good, that way I could make sure I was getting deep in the crevices. See? And that's what it looked like, even with the sanding. Made it look nice and dirty. But yeah, that's what you do for that part. And then the next part, we should be going over the Mod Podge, if I remember correctly. Yep, we are. And we use the gloss because we're going to create that coat that was over this before I sanded it and everything. This will make it a lot smoother and make it look a lot nicer. So that way it gets that nice little glossy effect like it's supposed to have. This is one little tip to do it. And Mod Podge is really cheap. You can get it anywhere. And it's a great thing to have in your arsenal, hence why I have a huge thing of it. So, yeah. And just do it all the way down the bat. So, and it's okay if you get it on your hands. It's not going to hurt. You can skip where you hold it normally because you're going to be putting tape over it. So you can skip that if you want to. And I think I did about 3 coats. See? I know the picture's not great, but you can see the shine a little bit. Alright, now we're going to get some duct tape. You need black and red. And you're going to wrap the black tape all the way around. That handle part that you didn't Mod Podge. And then you're going to cut the red tape and do little strips all the way down. Start with the top and then space it out. I ended up doing about 2 to 3 layers of this. So just to give y'all a little bit of idea. I left it in the actual video so you could actually see how much I did, but I wanted it to have a really good grip and to make it look like it was a really good grip, because it's supposed to be athlete's tape that's on there, but I can't find athlete's tape that is this actual color. I can't even find athlete's tape, to be honest, so this is what I worked with, and it did the job. At least duct tape will hold on to itself really, really well, thankfully. And the wrinkle effect, it just adds to the weathered look. But don't worry about the gloss over the actual duct tape. We're gonna fix that later. See? Nice and pretty. Now, here we are fixing it. I'm sorry my camera didn't focus, but you need Mod Podge gloss. Not gloss, you need the matte kind. I got this at the Dollar Tree, that little bottle, because I use gloss more than matte. But the matte will help with anything that is really, really shiny, like this part right here. I don't want it to be shiny. I want it to be matte and make it look like tape. So that's what I did to achieve that effect, and that's what I suggest you do if you want it to look more realistic. This is how you achieve it, is that right there. And here is the holster. I slowed it down so y'all can actually see it, but that's how it goes in. You just have big enough hoops to pull it in and out, as you see. And that is basically it. I will see y'all next time. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and that bell. Happy cosplaying!
Harley Quinn wins.
Thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for making this video possible. To become a Patreon supporter, go to www.patreon.com/emonk. See you there!